this is how much the front intake means. So right here we have the same configuration we had on DP301M, except for a different motherboard, since this one can accommodate up to ATX motherboard, which is quite alright. And it's quite interesting to use actually the 5600G, which was the same processor we used in the DP301M, and the Sapphire Radeon RX 6600 Pulse. Now, here's the thing. I only switched the CPU tower cooler, so we don't have 7 heat pipes, we have 4 heat pipes which are the same diameter. But still, here is the catch. The front is fully meshed and you get two 140 addressable RGB fans, and you get one 120 addressable RGB fan as well. And it's quite cool because you can sync them up with the button on the top, and you can adjust the RGB right through there. So even though you can't control them through your motherboard software or any kind of software in that case, you can adjust them right here on top. So if you want RGB madness or anything similar to that, here we go. Just let me show you. It's quite nice, and I have to admit it's right there, hits the spot perfectly. Now when we're talking about the case, you have loads of potential right here because you can accommodate 280, and I think you can even squeeze a 360 radiator on front. You can place up to 280 radiator on top, and you get a magnetic dust filter to cover up and to protect your components from dust, of course. Now, 2 radiators can fit inside, and that's really nice. You have a magnetic door, so you just open them like this, and you have to pop it up to get more access. When we're talking about the fans and the amount of fans that you can place two 140 at the top, one 120 at the back, two 140 at the front, and two 120 on the power supply shroud to get more air for your graphic card. It's well organized case, quite minimalistic design, I would say, and it's not that bad if you take that into consideration. People lately really appreciate minimalistic design, and this is where this case comes in. Of course, the price is right when we're talking about 3 fans configuration. Intake is outstanding, and everything else. At the back you have a caddy for 2.5-inch SSD, and at the bottom of the power supply shroud you have another bracket, well, basically a hard drive cage that you can place up to 2 3.5-inch hard drives, or 1 hard drive and 1 SSD, depends all to your preferences. I think I overdo the temperature part, right? So in the DP301M with Noctua NH-U12A, we had on 5600G 62 Celsius degrees, and in that case I had to install additional 2 fans on front, and I used a definitely much stronger cooler than this one. This one is Arctic Freezer A35 addressable RGB with 4 heat pipes going to the copper base, and well, in DP301 we had 62, 63 Celsius degrees, and right here we have 57, 58 on the same processor. And this is what I'm telling you guys, this is how much front meshed part really means to your components and to your cooling. Even the GPU is around the 63 or 61, something like that. So basically I would say that they configured this case perfectly. The ANTEC NX410 is all around an outstanding chassis if you're looking for a budget build. Well, basically they are aiming for budget oriented cases, and gives you loads of space. I mean, you have so much space at the top for cable rerouting and connecting everything, even after you place the motherboard inside, if you don't place AIO radiator or fans at the top. But even with the fans on top, you can still manage nicely the cables, even with everything placed inside. Nice subtle case, I would say, really cool, minimalistic design. Love the minimalistic logo of ANTEC here with this dent in, I would say. And you have loads of space here at the power supply shroud for your radiator support, so you don't have to modify anything, right? So All in all, I would say it's a quite nice case. And the cool thing, I also use the ANTEC Signature Platinum 1000 watts, even though like in the DP301M I didn't need so much power. I used it just for the power supply size. This time I didn't have to move the hard drive cage because it's only one bracket, one cage for your 3.5-inch hard drive, and it gives you loads of space for cables going at the top and rerouting everything, so the power supply fits perfectly without any issues or trying to reroute the cables, remove the hard drive cage and stuff like that. I would say this case hits the sweet spot of minimalistic design, perfect budget price, I would say, and nice airflow. I mean, you can hear the fans, the front two and the back one, but they're not that loud, and even with higher temperatures they don't spin up to insane speeds, because after all you do need to connect them to your Molex, so they are already running at maximum speeds. So yeah, that's it. I would say big thumbs up for ANTEC on the NX410. I really didn't expect it to be this good, and gives you really nice options when configuring everything all together. The A35 from Arctic, the freezer A35, actually barely fits. You have maybe half a centimeter of distance from the tempered glass to the top part of the Arctic freezer cooler, so you do need to take into consideration that part. And the GPU, well, it kind of goes up to 28 to 30 centimeters depending on the radiator at the front and if you're going to place it, or if you're just going to go with the stock fans, which are still quite nice. So guys, yeah, I'm quite satisfied with this one. You can check out the links below for the ANTEC NX410 with more information about it. So yeah, price and everything else. And finally, if you think I deserve it, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button if the video deserves it, and the notification bell. If you already subscribed, then hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Hopefully I will see you in another one. Bye bye.